Hi everybody, I'm Emily Mills with Red Earth Wildcrafted here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I wanted to do a quick little video for you because I woke up this morning feeling sick. There's a cough. And it's not really, that's kind of out of the ordinary for me because I've been sick like 3 times this fall and winter, and it's because I'm under a lot of stress right now. I'm traveling a lot, I'm staying in hotels, crashing with people, on the road, driving, you know, you're out of your routine and your immune system suffers because of it. And I find that this year I've been far more susceptible to getting sick than I have been in previous years. And so I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about what I'm doing. Like, what does an herbalist do when they get sick? How do you treat something like a really mild, you know, cold or even flu, depending on what your symptoms are? How do you treat that naturally and with herbs? And so I just wanted to kind of give you a few little tips and strategies that I'm currently using that really do make a big difference in how I feel. So the first thing would be nourishing infusions. I've been drinking on this nettle and fresh burdock root infusion all morning long. I drink nourishing infusion every day. I think it is so important for getting deep cellular nutrition into your body. You know, we are so deficient in so many micronutrients that, I mean, I can't even list all that we're deficient in for the most part. I mean, it varies from person to person and place to place, and they're so easy. You know, there's so many different herbs that you can choose from. I'm using dandelion and burdock today. I also do red clover, dandelion, leaf and root. There's tulsi or holy basil. There's alfalfa. There's oat straw. There's so many different nourishing herbs out there that you can use. So you can absolutely find one that you love and try to rotate them. The second thing that I've been doing is bone broth. You know, I was vegan long term, and so bone broth was really one of the first things that I added back into my diet after I decided to add animal protein back in. And I feel like it's made a really big difference in how I feel and how I'm absorbing minerals. I really messed up my stomach eating gluten long term, and so I feel like it really helps. I try to make my bone broth be as medicinal as possible, so I add in things like, this time I did burdock root. I did lots of medicinal mushrooms, so I did turkey tail and reishi and lion's mane. All of these are mushrooms that I collected out in the wild and dehydrated so that we have them long term. I always add some seaweed into my bone broths in order to get those particular minerals. And then I add in some other herbs like calendula. I add that in because it's really, really healing to the gut. And then I also add in some of my magic broth maker that I make for Red Earth Wildcrafted that has herbs and mushrooms and all kind of different herbs in there that really kind of add to your bone broth. And then with that, I made a soup. I made an acorn squash and apple soup with that as the base of it, as the liquid, and it came out amazing. And my daughter just completely ate it all up. She loved it. So it's something to think about. Then, other than that, so other medicinal mushrooms, I'm taking this one. This is a reishi it's called Ancient Forest. It's Artist Conch and the Hemlock Reishi, or Ganoderma sugae. And this is by Forgotten Traditions. You can find them on forgottentraditions.weebly.com. And I recommend this product. They also do a chaga extract that I've tried that is absolutely delicious. And they're done in a way that's totally different than any other kind of mushroom extract that I've had. I also make mushroom dual extractions, and I take those every day. So I take right now I'm really doing a lot of the trametes, the turkey tail. And then I'll add in the mushrooms into things like the bone broth or soups, or sometimes even just tea. I'll add a little slice of reishi or something in there. So that's another thing to think about for really deep immune support. And then I'm also doing elderberry syrup. This one is elderberry and sumac, and I make it myself, and I absolutely love it. It's, you know, it's antiviral, and it is immune supporting, and so that's something that I do that's really easy to take because it tastes delicious. And then I'm also doing echinacea root tincture. This one is made by the apothecary at the school that I am attending. It's the Wildflower School for Botanical Medicine. And if you decide to do echinacea, it's not long term. You take it when you're feeling sick. And also, I would really try to find a fresh root tincture, and you'll know the difference because if it's a good echinacea tincture, it's gonna make your mouth feel really weird and kind of numb. Like, I've had echinacea before, but this is the first time that's ever happened, and I was a little bit shocked. And so, yeah, make sure it's high quality. I mean, the difference between a good tincture and a not so good tincture is the difference between it being effective and it not being effective. And so these things that I've been talking about, the nourishing infusions, the bone broth, or if you're not into meat, you can just do mushroom and herb and seaweed broths and just make it a really mineral rich broth. Medicinal mushrooms, elderberry syrup, and echinacea root tincture, those are things that you can get really easily in most places. And so I encourage you to look into something like that. And if someone in your family or you are feeling really sick, you know, give it a try. Even if you go to the doctor, you can always take any of these things in addition to whatever meds that you're on. Just really quickly, one more thing that I want to talk about is doing steam. So I like to boil a pot of water and put some herbs in, cover it, let it cool down a tiny bit so you don't burn yourself, and then put your head over and put a towel over, and then breathe in the smoke. So some of the herbs that I'm really loving are Monarda or bee balm. We have the spotted bee balm here, and that's what I really like to use, and it's specific for the respiratory tract, and it really feels great. It opens things up. Also, lemongrass is really wonderful for that. I grew a lot in my garden this year, and so I'm really taking advantage of that. Any of the mints or rosemary or eucalyptus, those are all wonderful things to use. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you like what I'm talking about and you'd like to hear more, let me know. Yeah, I think I might do this. It seems fun. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Say hi, Emmy.
Hi.